certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them, better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here.
Running for... And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved his consistency throughout the season. Always good, occasionally spectacular. But right now, he's on the outside of that MVP race. What's it going to take for him to get it done down the stretch?
You're right, on the fringe. But, hey, it's Week 14. There's still a month left for him to make a lasting impression, have some scintillating plays, and then who knows?
Yeah, those scintillating plays, those splash plays, those plays we'll talk about for the next week leading up to the next game. He'll need a bunch of those down the stretch in order to win the award.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here I go.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. No. 319.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They go play action here on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Packers and Falcons, they've had some memorable encounters in recent years. They met at the Georgia Dome in the 2016 NFC Championship game won by Atlanta, as well as the first regular season game at the new Mercedes-Benz Dome. That game also won by the Falcons 34-23, so revenge on the minds of the green and gold here. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield. And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving. Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? In that case, he left me a long time ago. Come on now. Trust me. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point? The kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time. I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through. I don't know about that. Toe bash. I don't know about that. Super tough. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
319! 319!
Rodgers now on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Duke Riley coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people. Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
319! 258!
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. Raymond now on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete. Well, over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 48 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. The numbers for Jones last week, receiving yards, a boatload of them. Up over 200, Charles.
And we know that a lot of our viewers are fantasy players as well, so you just had to know they were loving the yardage he was accumulating, but no touchdowns. They're leaving points on the table there. Come on, man. Get in the end zone.
Man, you're rough on him, though. You had the guy in a 200-yard game.
Yeah, that's great for him. What about the fantasy players? They need those types.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Hey, 21. Let's go.
They'll run here with Freeman, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Throw left side complete. It's Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Room here to run. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Blue 58.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
All day, baby, all day. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his targets, Cobb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was all capped on the touchdown run by Ty Montgomery. Raymond now on the return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, and even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Play action. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, Tuesday.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Ryan stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are in for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Back to throw. Knight. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Rodgers now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Rodgers. And he gets it over the middle of Cobb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And again, it's Rodgers. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And Crosby puts it through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Raymond now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They go play action with Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Caught left side by Kyle. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to let this one go. This is caught inside the 15. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 46 yards. Play action. Ryan letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They go play action now. Ryan looking for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Check, check. 64, south. Go. Get up.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the second time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's a side end, Lance Kendricks. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
He's going to get it running right. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
319.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Touchdown, Packers! Jimmy Graham, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Aaron Rodgers no longer has a safety blanket named Jordy Nelson to utilize in the red zone anymore. But picking up Jimmy Graham, that's a heck of a consolation prize. Remember, Jimmy Graham has had 4 seasons of 10 touchdowns or more, including 10 with the Seahawks in 2017.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times?
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
Off play action. Knight. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On second down, here's Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
This one caught by Ridley. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
21. Let's go.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him. And pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
319's on it.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
319.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful.
That's caught at the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 45 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Knight. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on third down. Knight. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the pitch to Freeman. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. He's back to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Ryan, he's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. One final try now for Rodgers. this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next